Hello class, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time you are watching this video. Welcome to this English class. Today class we're going to do a very brief review about the topic of the present continuous. In previous English courses you have seen this topic, the present continuous, and this is a topic that we usually use it to talk about the things that we are doing in this precise moment that we are doing right now. For example, right now I am recording this video. Ahora mismo estoy grabando este video. So, present continuous, we usually use it to talk about the actions that are happening now. Yes, the actions that are happening in this moment. The actions that are happening right now in this precise moment that we are speaking. So I'm going to give you some examples in this case. Now I am recording this video class. So in this precise moment that I'm recording this video class, so I can use present continuous to talk this action that I'm doing in this moment. So suppose that you are now in the video, you are in YouTube, you are opening the link to watch the video. So you right now in this moment you are watching this video now. So this is the first use of the present continuous, to talk about actions that are happening now. The second use of the present continuous is to talk about temporary actions. It is not necessary actions that you are doing now, but they are actions that you are doing during this time. For example, during this week, during this month, during this day. So those are temporary actions. Are not actions that you do usually as a routine, but are actions that you, especially in these moments, you are doing continuously. For example, Julia is working on her graduation thesis this month. So in this case, for example, in this month that is Mayo, in this month, Julia is working on her graduation thesis. Maybe now, in this moment, maybe she's not working on the thesis, but during this month, she is working on her graduation. So this is a temporary action that is lasting all this month. En este caso, como ven, no necesariamente es una acción que ella esté realizando ahora mismo, en este momento, en este mismo momento, sino una acción que ella está haciendo temporalmente, ¿sí? Algo en la que ella se está dedicando bastante tiempo durante cierto periodo de tiempo. En este caso, la oración diría que Julia está trabajando en su tesis de grado durante este mes. Another example to simplify this use is, for example, the students are finishing their class projects in these days. Maybe not in this precise moment they are finishing or they are doing the project, but during this period of time, during these days, they are working or they are finishing the class projects. No necesariamente están haciéndolo ahora mismo, pero durante estos días, during these days, ellos están haciendo este trabajo. So this is the second use of the present continuous, actions that are temporary. And the other use of the present continuous is for future actions. De pronto hay unos que dicen, profe, pero si el tema es presente continuo, ¿cómo lo vamos a utilizar para hablar sobre cosas que hacemos en el futuro? Okay, so yes, we do it. We use it to talk about future action. It's very similar in Spanish. In Spanish, for example, we say, yo estoy terminando la tarea por ahí mañana. O por ejemplo, profesor, yo voy a estar mandándole el trabajo esta noche. Miren que en ese caso estás utilizando presente continuo para decir algo que tú vas a hacer pronto, que vas a hacer en un futuro cercano. So it's very similar in Spanish. For example, Jesus is not traveling to Spain next month. Miren que están hablando next month, el próximo mes. Están hablando de una acción que él va a realizar, o en este caso, como es negativa, algo que él no va a hacer In this case, Jesús no estará viajando a España el próximo mes. Let's see another example. We are watching a movie at home this afternoon. Miren que en este caso, this afternoon, esta tarde, is a future. We are talking about the future, something that we are going to do in a near future. So, nosotros estamos viendo una película en la casa esta tarde. So, this is something for the future. So as a sum up, so we have three different uses of the present continuous. In the first use, to talk about actions that we are doing now in this moment. The second use are temporary actions. As I told you, are actions that maybe we are not doing the actions in this moment, but are actions that we are doing in a certain lapse of time, in a certain period of time. And the last use of present continuous for future actions. In this case, for future actions, they are usually actions that are in a very near future. Yes, it's not like a long-term future, but a very short, a very near future. Well, guys, now we're going to see some grammar. We're going to learn how we can form the sentences in present continuous. Yes, as you know, all the different tenses, it is present simple, past simple, present continuous, past continuous. All the tenses have affirmative, have the negative, and they have the question form. They have three different forms. So now we're going to learn how to make affirmative sentences, negative sentences, and questions in present continuous. So how we form present continuous? Okay, we always use the verb to be. Yes, remember the verb to be is is, and are. This is the different forms of the verb to be, and the main verb with the suffix or with the termination ing. Remember, ing is like in Spanish we call it gerundio. For example, I'm going to write some example here. For example, the verb play, que es jugar, when we use with the termination ing, jugar, jugando. For example, the verb write, escribir, if you write it, if you have it in the termination ing, quedaría jugando. So that is the what I'm referring here, the main verb with the ing termination. So let's see an example of a affirmative sentence. So in this case, we start with the pronoun, with the subject that does the action, the verb to be, remember is, are, or am, and we have the verb with the ing. So for example, in this example we have she is reading a book in this moment. Ella está leyendo un libro en este momento. The next example, we are dancing tonight. Nosotros estamos bailando esta noche. Laura and Luis are getting married this weekend. Miren que en este caso estamos hablando Laura and Luis. Estamos hablando en este caso de un pronombre que podría reemplazar Laura y Luis, sería ellos, they. Por lo tanto, en este caso utilizamos are, because we are talking about two persons. So, Laura and Luis are getting married this weekend. Laura y Luis están casando este fin de semana. Remember, ing to the main verb. Remember that part. Maybe one rule that we can consider is that, for example, when a verb ends with e, we omit the letter e and we use the ing. For example, the verb dance. Yes, the verb dance ends with the letter e. So when we want to write the ing form, we omit these words and we write dancing. For example, the verb write, as I told you in the example previously, as it ends with the word e, so we omit this letter and we write the ing, so that is right. That is one rule that you have to take into account. Okay. Well, now let's move to the negatives. In the negative sentences using present continuous, we use the verb to be, the particle not, the negative particle not, and as well as in the affirmative, the main verb with the ing. So that is the form: verb to be, not, and the verb with ing. Let's see an example. I am not visiting my parents in these days of quarantine. So, yo no estoy visitando a mis papás en estos días de cuarentena. So that is a negative sentence. Here we have verbo to be, the verb to be, I am, not, la partícula not, y el verbo con ing. I am not visiting. Yo no estoy visitando a mis papás en estos días. Let's see another example. They are not buying groceries tomorrow. So, as I told you, verb to be, the particle not, and the verb with ing. Ellos no están comprando mañana abarrotes. Groceries. Grocery means abarrotes, todo lo que es comida. So, let's go now to the questions. In the questions, we start the question with the verb to be. So, look that in questions, the order of the sentence changes. We start with the verb to be, is, are o am, cualquiera que vayan a usar. The subject, ya sea pronombre o nombre propio o un sustantivo, lo que vayan a usar. And the verb with ing. So, let's see some examples of questions. Remember, those are yes-no questions. Como hemos visto en clases anteriores, yes-no questions son preguntas simples que serían de respuesta yes or no. Let's see one example. Are you watching the video? ¿Estás viendo el video? Miren que esa pregunta, al tú responderla, sería un sí o un no. ¿Cómo podríamos responderla? Are you watching the video? ¿Estás viendo este video? You can answer in this way. Yes, I am. En el caso de pronto de que sí, afirmativamente tú estás viendo el video, yes, I am. Si de pronto no, quedaría en la forma negativa, no, I am not watching this video. Let's see another example here. Is Clara practicing guitar? ¿Está Clara practicando guitarra? Let's see how we can answer. Yes, she is. Claro, sí, ella está practicando guitarra. No, she isn't, en cambio sería negativa, en caso de que ella no esté practicando guitarra. So, those are, as I told you, yes, no question. Now, we are going to move to information questions. Remember, information questions ask for specific information. ¿Dónde? ¿Cuándo? ¿Por qué? ¿Quién? Etcétera. Vamos a ver aquí 3 ejemplos para que ustedes tengan una idea de cómo son las information questions con present continuous. So, in this case, we start with the WH questions. En este caso vamos a hacer una pregunta con dónde, where, una con cuándo, when, y una con what, que significa qué. So, we start with the WH question, with the WH word, the verb to be, the subject, and the verb ing. Miren que es el mismo orden de las preguntas sencillas, las yes no questions, solamente que al principio empezamos con la information word, ¿sí? Con lo que le llamamos nosotros la WH, la palabra WH. So, for example, in this example, where are they buying groceries? ¿Dónde están ellos comprando los abarrotes? So, as you see, the information question asks where. Ahí lo importante es saber dónde ellos están comprando. So, you can answer this question like this. For example, voy a colocar la parte, cómo responderíamos la forma larga y después la forma sencilla. They are buying groceries at Éxito. Ellos están comprando los abarrotes en el Éxito. Esto es lo que nos importa, ¿cierto? Saber el dónde, que es lo que nos están preguntando, ¿ok? Otra manera de cómo responder, sí, más sencilla, at éxito, simplemente. So look that there are two different ways to answer these questions. So let's go to the another question is when. Aquí en esta pregunta, WH question, lo importante es saber el cuándo. So let's see the complete sentence. When is she traveling to Mexico? ¿Cuándo está ella viajando a México? So as similar to this question, we can answer, for example, she's traveling to Mexico next month. Ella está viajando a México el próximo mes, ¿cierto? En la respuesta esto es lo que nos interesa. Entonces podemos responderlo de esta manera, la manera larga, completa, o simplemente responder a esa pregunta next month. So, when is she traveling to Mexico? Next month. Podríamos también responderlo. The last example. What are you reading? ¿Qué estás leyendo? Aquí lo importante sería what, el qué. For example, I can answer. I am reading a comic book. Yo estoy leyendo un libro de cómics. O simplemente yo puedo responder a comic book. So this is some examples for questions using information questions. Well guys, now to conclude with this class, with this video class, we're going to do one brief class activity for you to complete it. So I'm going to explain you how you are going to participate in this class, in this video class. So I'm going to show you one activity, and the idea is that you participate by writing the answers in the comments of this video. So complete the activity, do it, and when you finish, write the answers in the comments of this video. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So in the first part of the activity, you are going to decide whether the sentences are describing an action in progress or a future action. Remember that present continuous has multiple uses. One uses are to describe an action that is happening now, and in other cases they are also used to describe a future action. So you are going to identify it. Action happening in progress, or action happening now, or an action that is going to happen in the future. So I'm going to give you one example. What are you doing this weekend? So in this case, this question is asking for something in the future. Yes, because they are asking about what are you doing this weekend. Not now, not in this moment, but in a future that is this weekend. So that is the answer in this case. So we're going to go over the other examples. So you are going to decide if it is a future action or a present action, an action that is happening in the moment. So pause the video, complete the activity, and write your answers in the comments of this video. For the second part of the activity, the second activity is that you are going to complete with a form of the present continuous. Remember that we have present, in present you have affirmative, you have negative, and you have question. So you are going to complete with a form. Okay, so in this case we have, for example, so let's do the first activity. In the first one is a question. So remember, this is a question. We start with the verb to be. So we have here they. So the pronoun they goes with are. Are they? And the verb cook with ing. Remember, the the suffix ing. So the questions go like this. Are they cooking right now? ¿Están ellos cocinando ahora mismo? Yes, they are. Recuerden que al momento de responder simplemente se deja así, they are, la forma corta. So let's go over the other activities. So pause the video, complete the activities, and participate by writing the answers in the comments. Okay guys, so this is all for today class. I want that you to participate in this class by commenting, as I told you, in the videos, in the comments of this video. I'm going to take those participations for your class. And I also invite you to go to Google Classroom, to the platform Google Classroom, and complete the activity that I assigned you for this week. I also invite you to take a look at the pages of the book, to the material that we usually use, and complete by complementing with this topic and by practicing with the activities that are there in the book. So this is all for today's class. I hope you have liked it. I hope that you have understood and learned something new with this presentation, with this class presentation, and let's see in the next week. So guys, see you.